Hello dears, good morning and welcome back to the channel Benidorm by Anna. It's time for the latest news update from Benidorm town, Spain. First of all, it's extremely quiet outside on the streets because today is a bank holiday. It's the day of Valencian community, so obviously a lot of people are not working, which is why if you will be here today in our Valencian region, don't be surprised because a lot of things will be closed, excluding obviously bars, restaurants, terraces, and touristic businesses. These will be open in any case today. Let's start with the tourism situation first. This month we got extremely surprised here in Benidorm. We did not expect at all the hotel occupancy that we are having right now. We are heading straight ahead towards the mid-October, and the average hotel occupancy is of 80%. Not even some summers, beginning or end of summer, we're able to reach these numbers. But now it's mid-October, and we have such a high occupancy in a lot of hotels in Benidorm town, including apartments and apart hotels. It's autumn, but it does seem more like summer months, and especially August, when you go to the Levante Beach and you see it's all crowded with people. It's very incredible feel, strange feel as well, because you know it's already almost mid-autumn, mid-calendar autumn, and there's so many people everywhere. The British market right now has around 46-47%, slightly less than a half, of all the tourists who are arriving. And I know a lot of you have mentioned in the previous comments here on the channel that you love more the autumn season and slightly cooler months, because the summer months, the heat of 40 degrees and a lot of humidity is obviously not for everyone. We do not have these different seasons any longer. We mostly have summer, hot months, and then autumn or spring. That's it. We don't have the proper winter any longer, which is scary a tiny bit. But we know that everything is shifting and it's really different from what it used to be previously. So long summer, strange autumn slash spring season. That's all that we got right now. Seasons have disappeared. At least this year, this is the case. The second news that I wanted to share with all of you is about a genius plan, but slightly stupid as well, that got into the mind of one of the receptionists of Benidorm Hotels, who stole more than 10,000 euros while working on his shift. I don't know what was supposed to pass through the mind of this person to think it's a rational thing to do, because you're working, it's your job, it brings you income. What in the world he could have thought to accomplish this plan? Because obviously it didn't end up well. This is a Spanish nationality man, around 37 years old as per national police data. This person was working a night shift in the hotel, 24 hours reception. And at some point, he did all his job. At some point, around 4 or 5 in the morning, he received a phone call and he went somewhere to check things out. Immediately, 3 minutes after, a strange person, all in black, with a cap, with everything like closed so that people wouldn't be able to see his face, appears in the reception, goes directly to the safety deposit box, the big one, and takes out all the money, because safety deposit box, surprise, wasn't closed either, and runs away the same way through the interior staircase, not through the door, what should be, but through the interior staircase where there's no cameras. 3 minutes after, the worker returns, surprise, and just sits down, finishes his work, and when the next shift in the morning comes, he just lets them know that the only strange thing that he received was the phone call. That someone was supposed to be like some kind of neighbor called because they've seen someone on the balcony that's locked up and was not able to go inside of the room. So he went and checked it out. With all these surveillance cameras, obviously the hotel's manager reported it to the police because, well, it's 10,000 euros that hotel is lacking. It's the whole weekend of work and reservations and payments. So it's not a small amount. And police checked all the surveillance cameras and they've spotted a strange behavior of this individual when he came to work. He had a big black backpack. He put it somewhere where people were not able to see it. He went without a light, with just a lantern, like his phone light inside. He was acting really, really strange. And at the end, obviously, they found all the money. And the phone who called to the hotel was from one of his family members and closest friends. So yes, this did not turn right to the person. I don't know what the situation might have been, why this person did what he did. Probably there's some monetary issues in the family. Maybe he hates the hotel and he wanted to, like take all the money. He thinks they're not paying him. There's hundreds and hundreds of possible reasons. However, this is a silly thing to do, to rob your hotel where you are working, because what afterwards? They will be able to see that it was you, and you'll get a trial. You'll be sued. First of all, you lose your job. That's the second part of it. And then you'll be in a blacklist for hotels that no one else will be able to take you for a job position. Why do such stupid things? We don't know. So probably after this, hotel workers will think 10 times more in case they want to grab some extra money from their workplace, knowing what happened to this hotel's worker, a night receptionist in Benidorm town. And now let's talk about the latest news. The British zone, the British street, the British square, the strip, Girona street, all this area, Rincon de Loix, the youngest part of Benidorm, is exactly how it was. A lot of the times it might seem that it changed, that it's not as conflictive anymore, that things are getting better. However, lately we've had quite a lot of issues with women and men in this area, especially women being touching them, or doing something inappropriate towards women while they are walking on this street. What happened? One of the most important national television channels, Telecinco, did go directly on purpose to the British street, to the British square, where all the nightclubs are located, to film a direct video towards the news channel of what's happening on the British street. This was made due to one specific reason. Not once nor twice. In the last couple of weeks, we've received a lot of reports of women being inappropriately touched, being told to something has happened to women, with a lot of different tourists on this British street. One of them was a very important influencer here from Spain, and she was sitting in one of these bars on the British street, and the man just touched her butt, basically. Afterwards, obviously, he said, "Oh, no, 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 no," seeing that she was on live. But afterwards, the police came and they brought him into the police department for some questions. After this happened, immediately, a couple of days after, another ladies on the same British street reported to the police what has happened to them, because they felt like assaulted and harassed by the men, because they cannot just calmly pass through the street. And this is what the report was supposed to be about. Instead, exactly the same thing happened to the TV reporter that was there, and it was all live on the national television, one of the most important TV channels and one of the most important news in Spain, that a lot of people are watching. Exactly the same thing. Irrational phrases, disgusting phrases, touching, all this after what obviously the main reporters have said, sorry, we cannot proceed with the interview today because, well, the atmosphere is not what it should be. And they've cut out directly the live because several guys were just jumping without any kind of t-shirt in front of the camera. They were acting really disgusting behavior on these streets. A lot of us, we do get that the British street, the British square, they have a fame of people drinking too much, but this type of behavior, I mean, it's absolutely disgusting. There is no other word to say about this type of behavior. And these people, some might say, oh, well, probably she was half naked, probably she was like with a bikini, or she was like with really, really tight shorts, like provoking people to touch her, to say anything to her. No. TV reporter dressed from up to down with long clothing, nothing special, nothing to open, nothing at all. T-shirt, no makeup, no nothing. Even if so, there is no right to do what these men are doing. That's the case. That's how it is. And Spain is getting really, really serious with it, which is why each time something like this happens, police comes immediately. They put fines. They leave you inside of the police cage for several hours, even 24, 48 hours, up until the judge will come and see you and dictate if you're getting a fine or something worse. So it's a very, very serious issue in Benidorm town. It's going more and more out of hand. Not sure why now, because summer is supposed to be the worst month for all of this, but only now these cases are being reported. So just so that you know, police is always there and is always coming. Police, they're even searching from the video image, and they're usually finding these individuals and bringing them to a temporary jail where they wait for their destiny to crush on them. So this is the issue on the Girona street. People are not tolerating it at all lately. And in my opinion, it's how it should be. All people have a right to be there. And if there's ladies passing by, you know, there's no rights to say or do anything to them simply because you want to and you're too drunk. Luckily, a lot of other areas of Benidorm are absolutely fine. There's the old town, Levante Beach, Poniente Beach. We did not see that many cases. Maybe on Levante Beach, some of the times, you know, some drunk group celebrating might pass and say something, you know, but if you don't react or if you reply like for them something so that they would just go away and don't say anything else, then that's basically it. But touching and all these kind of things, you know, something more slightly more unpleasant is usually happening in the British zone in Rincon de Loix, where all the nightclubs are located, because people drink slightly more than on the beach area and they don't know what they're doing any longer. And now let's talk about the weather. A lot of people say, how long will the heat stay in our region? Some people say, oh my God, I have tickets to Benidorm. I wanted a mild, normal weather and it's 30 degrees outside. Why? When it will end? Others say, oh, I've booked to October to Benidorm. I'm going to be coming soon in just a couple of days. Hopefully the weather will still be so nice. What will be happening? The important thing to say is on this Friday, so the whole entire week is going to be great. It's going to be sunny with just a couple of clouds outside here and there, nothing major. On Friday, however, there's going to be some rain coming from north parts of Spain towards the center. Here, it's not going to be raining, at least it shouldn't be up until Thursday, up until Friday, Saturday. There should be no rain out here, just some more clouds, while in other parts, autumn will finally come. As for the temperatures here, people say, oh, it's the end of autumn, oh, it's the end of summer already. There's going to be just a couple of days more and temperatures will drop. Not the case, though, entirely. Temperatures will drop north parts of Spain, center of Spain, you know, like all the part near Portugal and north and central parts, but the south of Mediterranean area where we're actually located will not have any major changes in temperatures. So 1 week more minimum, we have summer temperatures of between 26 to 29 and even 30 degrees. Alicante will reach 32 these days. So, hey, we still have summer out here and it will be already mid-October towards the end of this week with 30 degrees outside. It's the hottest it has been in all registered records here in Benidorm and in Spain. Mm, Nothing less to say than in Andalusia, Jaén, Granada, Cordoba, they've reached almost 40 degrees these days, mid-October almost. So this is not a normal weather at all. We'll see how the autumn and winter will go. We're really curious what will happen this year because the weather has been really crazy as well as the temperatures were. So maybe autumn, winter, and spring will be crazy too. We'll see what is waiting for us. The water temperature, though, is still incredible, which is a big plus for all those of you who will be coming shortly to Benidorm and in general Mediterranean area. It's 24.7 degrees still. Starting from 21, 22 degrees, it's already okay for us to swim, so almost 25. Incredible water temperature. So don't miss it. Get a dive in the Mediterranean Sea, go to the beach, enjoy some last moment tan here on your holidays in Spain because the weather still allows us to do so. Thank you for accompanying us on today's latest Benidorm news update. We wish you an incredible beginning of a new work week. Don't forget that today is a bank holiday in our Valencian community. And on Thursday, the 12th, is in general a national bank holiday. So a lot of places might be closed. Bear that in mind if you are staying here to avoid unnecessary surprises. Wish you a lovely day and we'll see you tomorrow in a new video here on the channel where we'll show you what a bank holiday looks like in Benidorm. Is everything closed, or on contrary, Benidorm goes all the other way from the rest of the cities and maintains everything open? Stay tuned. Bye.